What is up, everybody? It's Dante Walton here. Today, we're going to react to episode 1 of Echo. But before we get things started, I'm sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more content like this coming soon. Yeah, we got another brand new MCU show. This one, Echo. I guess you can call it a spinoff of Hawkeye. Yeah, like when this was first announced, actually, I'm pretty sure it was announced before Hawkeye even premiered. I was like, okay, interesting. And when I saw her on the show, I did enjoy her in the show. And I actually was interested in the show, just based on how she was like in Hawkeye. But after seeing the trailer, it got me definitely more interested in seeing the series, seeing how I don't know, get to see more of her background and her roots. I believe Choctaw roots, right? And she was an interesting character, like just to get a new perspective on a type of character. I don't know, like it'd be interesting to see more of her world, like being part of the deaf community, being native, stuff like that. So should be interesting to see. Also, it won't hurt seeing more Wilson Fisk from Vincent D'Onofrio, a character that I've enjoyed since like Daredevil on Netflix and all that. So it'd be cool to see that. And apparently, this one's TVMA, so they're probably not going to hold back as much on like the violence or stuff like that. So yeah, I want to like hype it up too much, or I don't know, put too much expectations on this. Some people are expecting, oh, this is going to be a continuation of Daredevil because Kingpin's supposed to be like at least a semi-recurring character. Or I don't even know what any of this, but this I'm coming in. This is an Echo show about Maya Lopez. So yeah, without further ado, just jump in and see what's in store for Echo. And I would like to say also, before we get things started, actually, I'm currently still watching season 2 of What If. You can find the reactions that I have so far on the channel. This is the first time that I haven't finished the previous MCU show before like watching the next one because they came out kind of close together. But I'm not expecting anything to be spoiled from like What If due to the anthology nature of that show and all that, especially because this is the animated side of things and they don't really cross over that much from what we've seen so far. So if there is something, I will miss that. But again, I doubt there is really any connection at all between the two. So yeah, should be fine. So yeah, without further ado, now let's jump into the first episode of Echo. Oh yeah, they're doing under a new banner, Marvel Spotlight. So that's interesting. This is the first one of those shows that's like I'm guessing Werewolf by Night would have been like a Marvel Spotlight. Things that are just off the beaten path, I guess, from like the mainstream MCU or whatever. Like I'm sure this is canon to the MCU. I'm just saying it's like a different style and going from different things, especially because it's TVMA too, you know. What in the world are we looking at here? Interesting. Some sort of like energy source that they're getting from like this water. Seems like. Ominous music. You gotta hate that ominous music. I always see that in movies and stuff. I'm guessing this is like some sort of mythology, right? For like the Choctaw people.
The first Choctaw's name is Chafa.
Chafa.
And that's the story of the first Choctaw people.
Oh, there's young Maya. I remember that actress from Hawkeye.
No, we're cousins.
Grab that whole peach pie.
What's that actor's name? Graham Greene, if I'm not mistaken, right? We saw him like last year in Last of Us, and he's been in tons of movies and things like that. Oklahoma. There's Maya's dad. You know what happened to him? Clint killed him during his Ronin days. And Wilson Fisk got him up to die. That's why Maya popped him in the eye.
Ancestors whispering in your ear again.
Maybe she saw like that bird, the same one from like the story. Uh-oh. Oh no, don't tell me this. She's gonna lose her mom here. Is this how she loses her leg as well, right? Yeah, she's an amputee. Can't even imagine going through something like that, witnessing that. Yeah, there goes her leg.
I found out who cut the brakes. They're taken care of.
Oh, you think that makes me feel better? That another family is now destroying you? I begged her not to marry you. You took her from us. You. It's time for him to go. Before someone else gets hurt.
I mean, I understand why she's like feeling this way. And we do know like he's involved in organized crime and all that, so.
Henry got me a job.
Where? New York.
Isn't that far enough?
No.
But I wonder like who cut the brakes and who set her up to die and all that. Maybe just like rival criminals or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's really going to come back or not, but either way, the damage has been done. Oh no, she's going to blame herself because she wanted to go get ice cream. She doesn't even know. Yeah.
I go too.
Man, it sucks that she's been split up from her family, you know? So she didn't just lose her mother that day. She lost like her grandparents, her cousin, you know, in a way. The job he got in New York is probably, I'm guessing, has to do with Wilson Fisk.
Dragons live in a different...
Oh, yeah, I remember this from Hawkeye. Like, is this the same exact scene, I think? Like, she has to live in two different worlds.
You have to learn to jump between two.
Yeah.
Just watch it.
You're going to grow up and have a different life than me. I want yours to be better.
I think most parents probably want that for their kids, right? Or at least they probably should. But at the same time, you roped your daughter into this world, too.
Maya.
Yep, and here is the man himself. Yep, you always got to be watching. I know it's like a cliche, but it's probably true. Like when you don't have one sense, like your other senses kind of, you rely on them more, so you're kind of like more acute to them. So, yeah, and this is when old Clint Barton goes on his little killing spree here. It's interesting they're using like exact footage that they used in Hawkeye for this. I guess it's just set up like her whole backstory, I guess. If they have the footage, might as well. I don't know. The bloody handprint, kind of like in like her comic design, she has like the handprint design on her face. I don't know if I caught that Easter egg the first time I watched it. Oh, okay, so she still is in some contact with her cousin. That's good. Can't be all this is for just trying to steal a motorcycle, right? They probably got her in other stuff. That was kind of cool, though. I won't lie. Oh. Of course, Wilson Fisk just bailed her out like that.
My father was killed also.
By you, though. I mean, assuming the Netflix Daredevil stuff is either the same story or exactly that story is canon to this. I don't know.
Take your pain. Make it into something useful.
I agree with him, but not whatever he has in mind, though. I agree with the sentiment of that, I should say. Let me clarify.
Smile to the camera.
Don't try anything. I saw the way he was looking at her. Don't even try. I knew it. Yeah.
Okay. We go in there, shoot people. You cool?
Kingpin thanks you for your loyalty.
Oh, snap. I didn't expect that one. All right. Oh, snap. This is already more violent than anything we've seen in the MCU. Get in there. Prove that you're capable of this, I guess. Oh, that sounded visceral, like the punches. Oh, I love how you can hear like the two different heartbeats here. Oh, snap. Literally a snap. I didn't even mean that as a pun, but snap. One heartbeat remains. Oh, that's sick. Actually, the stunt choreography is solid so far, I gotta say. Like, the takes are nice and long, too. Like they linger on them, and the nice cinematography instead of just being so jumpy and just cutting all the time. Let's like the choreography breathe and all that. Ah, nice kick there.
Nice job, kid.
Yep, proving yourself. Oh, okay, here comes Daredevil. What time is this? I guess during blip time, right? So Daredevil is alive.
I've been watching them all night.
Alright, we're already getting Echo versus Daredevil. How did they even communicate, you know? She's deaf, he's blind. Ah. Oh, that was cool. This is a fun scene right here. Oh! Yeah, he's like so acrobatic in the MCU, the version of Daredevil, especially that we saw in She-Hulk, and even here, the way he just jumped over that fence. They really focus on the acrobatic side of Matt Murdock, which is pretty cool. I love how quick they both are on their feet.
None of my men have ever held their own with him like that. You did better than even I expected. What you lacked was a place and a purpose. Have that now with me.
No, do not
We're family.
associate with this man. Oh man, it sucks because you know like how ruthless he can be.
Thank you, Uncle.
But he does care for his family. You can't deny that. So if he really thinks you do his family, then hey, maybe you are safe under him. I don't know. But still, this is not a good dude here. He can take you down a dark, dark path.
Yes. Good. And I've dedicated all my resources into bringing your father's killer to justice. I hope you know that.
I mean, he did keep his word. He did track down Clint Barton.
Your boss wanted your father dead. Yes.
Yeah, this is where he left off. Then the Hawkeye here shoots him in the face.
You and I, your father, we're family.
I doubt he's dead from that, but still, bro. Damn. That's what you get, I guess, but... Huh. Alright, we're 5 months later now. Now we're finally, like, picking off from where we left off in Hawkeye. But I did enjoy seeing her whole backstory and what led up to that moment, though. But I'm excited to see where her journey continues from there. I assume she's just been on the run this whole time, right? Definitely can't be in New York anymore. Oh. That looks rough. What happened there? That was a cool smash cut. Alright, back to Oklahoma. I really hope she's like welcomed back, you know, into the family and all that. Things aren't too tense, but I'm guessing they probably will be. Especially if Grandma's still around. She's gonna sew herself up with some dental floss. That looks not good at all. Ah, that looks gross. Now she's also having visions of Chafa, right? The first Choctaw woman. One of the grandma did too, because she was seeing the bird and all that. Maybe it's something that's passed down, like from, I don't know, passed down throughout generations.
Maya? It's me, Biscuits. Oh my.
She's our cousin. She's good people.
At least she has Biscuits here, like a supportive cousin. Bonnie, she's a firefighter, I'm guessing, right? Alright. She's really gonna go in town and not try to see her family. Okay. At least Bonnie. Bonnie, I understand why it's a complicated relationship with the grandma, especially basically kicked you and your dad out, you know? Or at least it probably feels that way, but Bonnie, I mean, she, from an outsider's perspective, it seems like she would still support you, you know? She'd want to see you.
Well, if you ain't here to skate, he ain't available.
That's the guy she's looking for. Wonder what exactly this business is that she has. Remember, I used to play that song in Dance Dance Revolution. Ooh. Of course, there's a bounty on Maya's head. But no way Kingpin actually died, though. I'm guessing that's what he means by King Killer. Maybe Kingpin wants it to appear that he died, you know. It's a way to lay low, you know, if people think you're dead. I don't know. Because I really doubt they killed off Kingpin like that.
So they finally caught up to you.
Oh, the design on her jacket, like the triangles and the circle pattern, are kind of like the tattoo her dad had. It's a really cool costume design. Okay, connect to for a doctor. That's smart because you definitely need to check out whatever that was.
Gretchen's our resident mortician.
Yeah, mortician. Hey. Probably don't want to go to the hospital, so she's like the best. She's the best option you got. She's probably qualified to at least check it out, you know, Maya.
Dental floss. Nice.
That looks infected or something. Hopefully it wasn't minty, the dental floss too, you know.
If she finds out you were here and you didn't see her,
Exactly, yeah.
you will break her heart.
I agree with him. Actually, really loving seeing like this new location and her relationship with all these people in the community and all that. It's actually really, really cool. I'm enjoying this quite a bit, actually. It's also nice to get out of New York. You know, a lot of things take place in New York in the Marvel Universe. So.
I figured you needed more from me than stitches.
She's still tracking Wilson Fisk stuff? Okay.
I won't bring a war here.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to bring that attention here. Oh, she wants to take over. Okay, Maya. Heavy's the head who wears the crown. Or whatever that quote is. This has to be you, Wilson Fisk, right? Oh, yep. I knew he wasn't dead, but he's not looking so hot though, so I can see why they're still after Maya. You know what, I'm not gonna see like what's coming up this season in Echo. I'll just, you know, all the episodes are out already, so I'm just gonna react to it, you know. Let me just see if there's anything past this little thing. It seems like the credits, but alright, that was episode 1 of Echo, and I gotta say, like, I was actually interested in the show already, but this first episode really got me. Yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be for sure, actually. I'm quite enjoying this, and I'm actually really intrigued to see where the story's going to go. Alaqua Cox is killing it so far as Maya. Really intriguing story. Like I said, I really enjoy seeing like this, was it Tamaha, right? Oklahoma. Her going back to her hometown with like her family and like the people she grew up with, like her reconnecting with her roots, it seems like too. Especially with her like seeing the visions, I guess, of like the past generations, like from Chafa, like the first Choctaw woman. Maybe she's a descendant. I guess maybe they all are technically descendants of like the original people, but like maybe she has some sort of link to it, because even her grandma would apparently maybe see visions like that too, and she saw the same bird that was from the story, like the first Choctaw people and all that. So all that seems pretty interesting. Like maybe that's part of where echo comes from, like the echo of like things that come through down from generation to generation. Especially like I know a lot of people say, but it's true. Like generational trauma is like a real thing. I feel like she's inheriting stuff from like her parents and previous generations. Especially, yeah, we see what happened like with the whole story, and it's really cool seeing like her whole backstory and what led up to what we see in Hawkeye and all that. Yeah, her father. She was brought in this world because of her dad, and she allowed like Wilson Fisk to take her in even further down the rabbit hole. Like, yeah, now like he's uncle and all that. So yeah, she has almost like a new father type figure there with Wilson Fisk. Yeah, she's going in a dark path now. She's saying she wants to be like the queen and all that. Careful what you wish for there, Maya. But other than that, overall, I'm enjoying all these characters we've seen so far. I'm excited to see what's going to happen when she reconnects with Bonnie and all that, and what that sort of conflict might be with the grandma and all that. Because I'm sure those would be complicated feelings, especially like I wonder what Maya must have felt like. Like I said, like her mother died, but then it's like she pretty much lost like a lot of the rest of her family by like her and her dad moving to New York, and plus like yeah, like the grandma not forgiving the dad and kind of like send them away, even if he said he already got a job in New York and all that. But still, it must feel that way. Like, oh, I don't want you living with us anymore. Like, it might feel like you're being shunned or something. And like Maya herself already, even as a little kid, felt like guilty about, oh, I asked her to take me to the store. This wouldn't have happened if I did this. So who knows what she's feeling, especially towards her grandma and all that. The action in the show is pretty. Yeah, it's definitely, you feel the TVMA. Like all the gunshots to like the head with like blood spurting out. This is way more violent than anything we've seen in the MCU thus far. The action is the choreography is like well done. The cinematography during the action is well done too. Pretty solid, I gotta say. Not like, okay, I hate to compare the shows all the time, but like, especially because Daredevil is in the scene and Wilson Fisk is a character in the show as well. It's not like the same style as like Daredevil, and I'm glad it's like its own style as well. But Daredevil, like they always focus on like those big one shot, like one take sequences at least like once per season and all that. I feel like they're sort of emulating that style with like the long takes and like sweeping cinematography instead of just focusing on a lot of like cuts and things like that. They're able to keep up like a frenetic pace while also like letting the actors breathe and the stunt actors breathe and like the choreography just breathe and all that. So I really enjoyed that. Overall, I'm enjoying the show quite a bit, more than I expected to. Yeah, and I'm really excited to see where this season is going to lead up to, how it's gonna go. It's only 5 episodes rather. So the shortest of the MCU shows so far. Like the shortest they have been 6 episode seasons. So. Yeah, I have high hopes for the rest of this season, and yeah, this is one of the better like first episodes of the MCU show, and just the setup of all of it was really cool. Even though like half of it was like the backstory, and they even reused scenes from Hawkeye and stuff like that. I wasn't like too mad at it, but it was like, okay, like you're reusing what you can to try to beef up the episode a little bit and just reuse stuff they have. It's like it's efficient, I guess, like to cover the story and all that, fill in the blanks. So, yeah, leave any thoughts you have on this episode and my reaction in the comments down below. Catch you all next time. Bye.